Hi, I'm Zara, your tattooed girlfriend, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to change the brakes on my 2010 Jeep Patriot. I just picked this Jeep up the other day and it's in pretty good shape, but the brakes are not. So it's time to get her safe and I'll show you exactly what to do. All right, so for the very first step, we need to take off the tire. For this, you're going to need an impact drill and a lug nut remover. I have never taken off a tire before, so bear with me and we'll learn together. All right, once the bolts are off, you just take off the wheel. We can roll this out of our way for now. All right, so now that the wheel is off, we need to take off this caliper. The caliper has 2 bolts in the back that you're going to need to remove. Sometimes they can be pretty tight. These ones don't feel too bad. I think I can just unscrew them with my fingers, but often you're gonna need a ratchet to get those off. Let's see what I can do. Yeah, not bad at all. Okay, so first bolt is coming off pretty easily. Got lucky with that one. And then there's one more right in the bottom. Got it too. So now this caliper should essentially just pull straight off. Awesome. And we can just place it on top out of our way for now. So now we're going to remove the brake pads themselves, which are right here. There's one on the front, one on the back of each wheel. So we can just slide this off. This one looks like it's in pretty good shape. Probably could have had a few more months out of it. It's not bad, but what I think is going to happen back here, yeah, we can see this one is actually quite worn. So this is where things could get a little bit dangerous to continue to drive. Just time for a change, time to make sure everything is safe. So when you're changing your brakes, it's a good idea to change the sliders as well. So these ones are a bit rusty and the brake pads come with new sliders, so we're just gonna ditch these old ones. So there's one on the bottom, one on the top. This top one, I'm just gonna use a flat screwdriver to get that out of there. All right, that's gone. Now I'm going to take these 2 new sliders and put them into position. And that should just fit into place. All right, we're good to go. It's a perfect fit. So before we install the new brake pads, it's a good idea to clean everything up. And I've got some brake and parts cleaner here. So we're just gonna spray this all along the outside of the wheel. And then it's a good idea to do a little bit on the inner side as well. It's a little harder to get in there, but we'll give it a little spritz. And now we're ready to install the new brake pads. So for the next step, you have to move really fast. I wasn't able to record it for you, but what you do is you put in the new brake pads, you compress the piston, and then you slide the caliper on. You wanna make sure it's lined up in the back so you can get the caliper bolts back in. I've got them in here, so now I'm gonna tighten them up. Starting off by hand, but I'm definitely gonna need a tool to get them all the way on. Okay, and now this is where your ratchet is gonna come in handy. All right, so take your ratchet, get it on the bolt. You're gonna wanna make sure you get this part really tight. It's essential. Once one bolt is secure, you're gonna wanna make sure you do the other one too. All right, it's feeling good. So now, brake pads have changed. It's time to put the tires back on. I'm actually gonna be switching my tires as well because I had the winters on and it's getting pretty nice here in Canada. It's time for the summer tires. So you're gonna grab your tire, roll it on over here, line up the bolts, and get her on. So with the tire on, you're gonna need to put in your lug nuts and tighten them up. I already got the lug nuts on. When tightening them, it's a good idea to do a star formation so that you're really getting everything nice and tight, not getting one side tighter than the other. So I'm going to start here with my impact again on this outer one. Just get that nice and tight. Then we're going to come over to the other side. Awesome. And then up here. And then crossing over again. And last one up here. Once you've gone through and done the star pattern, you're going to want to follow up with circle pattern just to make sure everything is on there super tight. So we'll start right up here at the top. Feels good. And that should be nice and secure. All right, so we've got one done, but we've got 3 more to go because we are changing all of the brakes today. I'm going to speed this up for you and show you the result. All right, and there we have it. We have officially changed all of the brake pads for all 4 tires on my Jeep. So sure enough, the back driver's brake pads were pretty bare. They were definitely metal on metal, so it's a really good thing we changed them today. After you change your brake pads, you're going to want to make sure that you bleed your brakes as well, but that is a whole different topic that we're not going to go into today. Make sure you do your research. And thank you so much for joining me. Again, I'm Zara, your tattooed girlfriend, and I'll see you next week. Bye.